Kind of pretty up here. It seemed like there was a good bit of ice on the trees. Several in the road. There's a few places where we've had to stop and drive around trees that are literally just hanging down the road. We're stopping now. There's a snow plow up here, and there's a tree, and there's a guy trying to cut trees. Bless his heart. That's not a very fun job. Yeah, I see what they're doing. Okay, so there's a little tree to drive under. That's why the snow plow ducked and dodged. I'll do the same. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Okay, this is not anything as bad as the storm of '98. Storm of '98, you'd have phone poles across the road like that with power lines hanging out of them. I had a place to be during that storm. I had already paid a tuition to go to a training class, like a weekend training class, and had to drive to Portland and do it. And of course, we took off right after the storm hit, and the roads were tremendously frozen. There was no one on the roads except, not even the emergency crews were out. And the phone lines were hanging across the road. There was one place where I had to drive under a phone pole with wires hanging down, and I just tightened my grip on the wheel and hit it and went for it. Yeah, it worked out good. We got where we wanted to go, and life turned out okay. I survived to tell the story. But it's kind of the way it is up here. Down south, if you're driving to work, this can be a pretty boring thing, just drive along and all them sunshines, all that sunshine, all them girls in bikinis getting their tan out in their front yards, and watering the lawn and this and that. Not nearly as much fun as driving along in something like this, because it's just a bit more of an excitement potential, when you're driving in a place like this. That's what I tend to think anyway. So I always count my blessings when I'm out on the road and it looks like this. It gives me something to think about on my way to work. It makes me feel good and all. And I just thank the good Lord for letting me live long enough to be here today. So with that said, I'll hush up. I hope y'all are all having a great day, and I'll talk to you down the road. See ya. Well, the going up through here is a little slower than I expected. I think the ice was a little thicker than it was at my house. One of the things I've noticed is that people's yards have ice in them instead of snow. Like I've got snow in my yard. Up through here, it looks like they've gotten a lot more freezing rain. Because if you look at their yards, they look very much like ponds. They look like frozen sheets of ice in people's front yards. I don't know if I can see a yard that's big enough so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about right in this area. And another thing is the road is, it's got some grooves and some notches in it. If you get in the wrong place, see, there's the yard right there, and it's all like ice. There's one right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. The snow is more or less capped over and turned into frozen ice with water on it. Looks like a great place to ice skate. I had a place up there where you notice there's a pretty good set of ruts here, and I got off to the side of the ruts, and the car got a little sideways, and I wasn't really going fast, so I'm thinking, yeah, if you didn't have the right kind of tires and all, a little weight on your car, it'd be pretty hard to drive in this stuff. So it'd be kind of interesting to see how many folks make it to work today. Oh, there's another icy yard. That's a car lot. That's what a car lot looks like in Maine. I'm just saying. No, we're making progress. I think we'll make it to work all right today. Life is good. I'm happy to be living it, and hope y'all are having a nice time wherever you are and whatever the weather's like. See ya.